Hey, what's up? It's Robbie Ryan from the I Love Analog blog. I just wanted to share this beautiful Wednesday with you and talk to you about the Roland TR909. What is a TR909, you ask? Well, Roland's first combinable or hybrid analog digital drum machine. I'll explain what that means. Basically, Roland had been making programmable drum machines ever since their CompuRhythm series, which was the CR78, which you see a picture of right here. Kind of goofy looking, sounding kind of like an organ, like gunka chinka gunka chinka gunka chinka. Sound. And then after that, they had their first programmable drum machine in 1980 called the TR808, which I'm sure a lot of you have heard of because that is used on all kinds of hip hop records and house records and pop records, and that has the sound that's like boom, 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 or like LL Cool J, I'm going back to Cali, boom, 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 boom. That's that.
One steering wheel, plushed out, gold leaf phantom top, and three girls waiting. The chrome is shining, passing all the cars on the way.
But TR909 is kind of a different animal because that was kind of made to go against the LinnDrum, which was Roger Linn's fully programmable 8-bit drum machine, which sounded like, oh, it sounds like this on this Human League record. So the 909 came out in 84, and it had MIDI programmability. I wouldn't say it's full MIDI compatibility, but it had a kick drum that sounded like this. Boom, 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 boom. Which sounded really good on early house records. And then a snare was totally unrealistic sounding. It was... And then you had the hi-hats, which were like... And the clap, which was like, pow, pow, pow. But actually, it sounds a little bit more like this. So 909, kind of like the 808, came out, and it didn't do any business at all because people were really enamored with LinnDrum. So it came out, kind of did no business, and then a few years later, when house and all this kind of stuff started happening, these drum machines were available for very cheap. So a lot of people were hooking it up with the Roland TB303, and they were making kind of what we came to know as that is basically the acid house sound, which was a that sort of sound. You have to trust me to believe me. But it was also found its way on pop records as well. Here's a good example. The first time I ever heard it was on Adamski's Killer, which was boom, boom. Kind of like that. And then, of course, you heard it on Vogue, which was boom, 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 boom. It was that sort of sound. You have to take my word for it. And then, of course, it even found its way onto Good Vibration by Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. So it's like, it's such a good vibration. So that's all it is. I think 909 is a great drum machine. If you can't afford one, they go for awfully a lot on eBay. You might serve yourself better with an Ovation drum station, which can be had for a few $100, which is pretty awesome. It uses analog modeling instead of the real analog circuits of the TR909. But if you want a real authentic TR909 sound without the price tag, go with a Jomox X-Bass 09. They go for around $500 on eBay, $500-600, and they are actual straight up 909 clones, which have the same programming style of the 808, 909, 505, and 727. But they're a lot cheaper, and they sound really good. Of course, you can go my route, which you can use the R8M with a the electronic. No, I'm sorry, the electronic and the dance cards, which I got on eBay for like $90. So anyway, so hopefully you guys have a great 90909. It's the only time in our lifetime it's going to happen, and I want you guys to think about this great drum machine and leave it in your thoughts today, and say a little prayer for 909. Peace out.